It looks like His Royal Highness one-time Prince Harry, may have bitten off a little bit more than he can chew with his latest business venture. But as ever, is it truly all his fault? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the heart of London. Thank you for joining me today. Lovely to see you all as ever. All really centres on, of course, the former royal, that is Prince Harry, and his bid to start up alone. Quite literally, of course. He started many companies, including the Archewell Foundation and, of course, Archewell Audio, Archewell Television. Then let's not forget, of course, Spotify, Netflix. So many deals bringing in so much money. But of course, it's always easy when you bring in money. You know, it's a lot harder to make money, particularly when people expect you, particularly your brand, should we say, expect you to make a lot of money for them. So it's really confusing for Prince Harry, because if you recall a few years ago, he was blasted after coming out as being so eco-friendly. And then, of course, a series of private jets were undertaken by him and, of course, his wife, Meghan Markle, pictured, in fact, on numerous occasions. It does seem odd, doesn't it, with celebrities and micro-celebrities who preach to you and me all about saving the planet, but seemingly, of course, it doesn't apply to them. And do you recall, of course, that Prince Harry was then spoken to at a press conference in the Netherlands as to why he decided to take private jets? Well, his response was this: I have to for the security of my family. Rather confusing. Well, he started a company, or was the head of a company at least, called Travelist. And Travelist was all about doing sustainable travel, finding the most economic, climate-friendly footprint way of travelling around the world. Noble idea, big speeches, lots of celebrities, and of course hangers-on applauding. Now, here's the tricky bit. They then decide, of course, to do the accounts. And the accounts show that in the first major period of trading, they only managed to make a profit of £11,000 plus. Not a lot of money at all. But of course, that doesn't really talk about who got paid, who didn't get paid, where the money's gone, all that sort of stuff. That will be deeper into the accounts. What's interesting, though, is obviously Prince Harry will find this. Once you're the head of something, if you like, the public face, you truly always get the blame. And given his background as part of the British monarchy, he should be aware that this really was coming. But in his defence, I would say that it didn't matter what travel company you are. Given the pandemic, the fact that, of course, airlines were closed down, there was zero travel on railroads, people were told basically to stay at home, how on earth could you make money in that period? Now, I know a lot of you are now going to say, oh, he's on Harry's side, he's on Harry's payroll. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm simply presenting both sides of the coin. It will be more interesting to see next year's accounts as, of course, the pandemic loosens up and people are able to travel around more. That will really be the telling point. And more importantly, I think, for Prince Harry, whether this venture will take off, or indeed whether he could be flying solo if the company decides that he is possibly not the person to lead it going forward. As ever, we have to say, allegedly. For now, though, it looks like Prince Harry can strap himself in and look for a less than bumpy ride in 2022 if Travelist truly does take off. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.